it's Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I'm coming to you with your card of the week this week. This week's card is actually coming from the Spirit Animal Oracle. The reason being is that this is actually Oracle Palooza weekend. Colette baron-reid is having her annual Oracle Palooza event out in San Diego this weekend, and a lot of my friends are out there, and I want to wish them and hope that they had a great weekend, because obviously they're wrapping up today. Hope that they got to experience some amazing transformation and lots and lots of love to them. So as I mentioned last year, we got this deck as a gift during Oracle Palooza, and so that was one of the reasons I felt really drawn to this deck to pull from this week. Our card this week is actually Dragonfly Spirit, and it's in the protection mode. As you may or may not know, Colette baron-reid has many of her decks able to be read both upright and in the reverse position. And in the reverse position, she calls it reversed, challenger, protection, medicine, alignment in her various decks. But basically, it is what I consider a little extra loving from Spirit. It's usually a message that helps to course correct you so that you don't walk off the cliff. But you see the sign and you are able to get back into alignment with what it is that you need to do to achieve your highest good. So with Dragonfly Spirit, which incidentally, dragonflies are one of Colette's favorite animals, and one that she considers a sign, as per Gabby Bernstein's Universe Has Your Back book. But Dragonfly Spirit typically symbolizes seeing through the illusions of everything. And when it comes to us in protection, it's really telling us that we're not seeing through the illusions. We're not seeing the truth that we need to be seeing. We're allowing the illusions to kind of overtake us, and we're believing in things that really aren't there. They're really not true for us. We're not recognizing our connection to Spirit. We're feeling separate. We're feeling apart. We're allowing kind of our ego to have a front seat and run amok in our lives. And this card is really telling us not to forget that everything that we see is really part of the reality that we've created for ourselves. Obviously, if I go through life and I view life as being horrible and icky, and that it's out to get me and that nothing good ever happens, that's what my experience will be. But if I recognize that life is beautiful, that I feel connected, that abundance is ever flowing, that good people are out there, that's what I'm gonna see every day. And the card is really telling you to come back from the illusion of believing in whatever bad is going on or whatever is happening in your life that doesn't really sync up to where you saw yourself being or where you saw yourself going. It's really about releasing that. I recently just had this happen last week. I think a lot of it had to do with the new moon and that energy, but I was really kind of buying into the illusion that I had created for myself, buying into the fact that things were not as I wanted them to be, and therefore I had failed in some way, right? But really what I needed to do was to go within, to really connect back to my spiritual center, and recognize that everything that I'm going through, everything that's happening for me is something for my benefit and something that ultimately is my path. And I can choose to either enjoy it and embrace it, or I can look at it like it's a failure or I'm a failure. And I just choose not to do that. I choose not to do that because I don't feel that way. I absolutely don't feel like I'm a failure in any way. So the thing is, you have the choice. You have the ability to see things the way that your divine essence sees them, or you can see, you know, through the illusions that are out there in life. A Course in Miracles talks about this whole illusory world in depth. It really speaks to us and tells us that we, you know, that this whole thing is basically illusion. Everything that we've kind of bought into is a choice that we've made with our minds. And collectively, when we see, you know, wars and, you know, so much negativity in our society today, that negativity has been breeded by a collective feeling and buying in to an illusion. We're not seeing the love that's out there. We're only seeing the fear. So this card is really telling you to hone in and look at the love that's out there. Find it in whatever way that you can. Really, you know, intend and expect to see the love this week. Don't buy into that illusion that it's not there, that you know, that fear is ever present. Don't buy into that. That's not the truth of your being. You choose. You are empowered to make this the best week ever, and you can do it. Dragonfly Spirit says so. All right, so I hope that that message helped you guys this week. Obviously, I would love to hear back from you. Please feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know if this video resonated with you at all, and if you were able to take the advice and course correct so that you had a great week. I'd love to hear that as well. Also, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. You can do that with something on the screen. It's usually a picture of my face in a circle, but you can subscribe to this channel, and you can also check out one of my other videos to suit your fancy, if you will. And I hope that you guys have a great week this week, and tune in next week for next week's card of the week. Talk to you soon. Bye.